question that always comes up, or a topic that always comes up is, well, the guys in the 90s were better. You know, if Kevin was around or Flex was around, or they would beat Phil. I mean, do you get tired of hearing like how great the 90s were and how those guys were better and the Dorian era, the Ronnie era was better?
I think, to answer your question short, yes. I think it's and people have to realize something. The level of condition that I come in far exceeds like what they did. Right. The difference is that they weren't being filmed on DSLR high def cameras. Mm-hmm. They weren't being streamed online, right? Yep. The magazines back then, I mean, you know this, like they used slides, real film. Yep. And that film required people that had the right eye to capture that moment. Nowadays, it's just like 1,000 pictures, you know, and right, exactly. So and the lighting was different at those shows. It was all black backgrounds back then. Black backgrounds make guys stand out more. I don't think people should have to be a rocket scientist to figure this shit out by now. Because of the Olympia, because of the Arnold, because of the shows having to be more entertaining, you can't use a black background. You have to have big murals and lights, and you know they have high def lights on that Olympia stage so hot that people are ready to pass out backstage because all those LEDs require heat. So they didn't have to deal with that. They didn't have to deal with a 2-day show. I'm not going to discredit any of those athletes, but I damn sure am not going to say that I wouldn't be competitive. I think I would be very competitive with all those guys mentioned, and we'll just have to. Unfortunately, we just have to play the virtual pose down bullshit that everybody's online. But I think that's cool. I think it's neat that my name is in those conversations. Yeah. But to say that I wouldn't beat them, they also have to remember how consistent my conditioning has been, my showings have been, and also those mind games they used to play on each other. Yeah, it would never work on me because, like I said, man, like playing basketball and shit, you don't think that people talk trash every day. Like, it is what it is. It's a way of life. You know, I grew up as an only child. I had to fight every battle I got into. I didn't have no big brother to go whoop someone's ass. I had to figure it out. Either I fought back or I ran. So you have to learn, like, how to deal with conflict.
I should mention that one guy who actually says that a lot is Kevin Laveroni. He says, Phil would have been right there with us. Yeah. He takes nothing away from me.
Yeah, I have the same body parts. I mean, I don't see there being, you know, but I think what's cool is that everybody has their favorites. You know, some people still go on XM radio and listen to the oldies, you know, because they like the oldies. Yeah. So it is what it is. You know, I just think as long as people, honestly, Ron, I think as long as people can respect what they're seeing right now and quit doing all these crazy ass comparisons, because if you really want to go deep into it, we could pull pictures of where these guys would show up in shape.
Oh, yeah.
And compare, you know, shot for shot and dissect people, but that's a waste of time. They appreciated the 90s, they appreciated the 80s, they appreciated the year 2000.
I also want to say that I only saw Lee Haney's last win, but I mean, there were, you've been more consistent condition-wise than Lee Haney was. Lee Haney was off a couple times. Dorian was off a couple times. Ronnie was off a couple times and still won. I mean, the worst you've ever looked was last year, and it still wasn't. It's like Dexter. Dexter, when he's off, he's still pretty damn good. You know, you being a little bit off is still better than everybody else. Unfortunately for the other guys.